Welcome back to Jersey Matters. From the congressional shootings in Alexandria, Virginia, to the terrorist attacks in Boston and Paris, we have learned that tragedy can strike anywhere, and you might be called upon to be a hero. For instance, would you know how to stop the bleeding? Well, now there is an organization to teach you just that. Sherry Karabin explains.
Thank you, Larry. When children or adults sustain serious traumatic injuries, they can bleed out long before professional medical help ever arrives. That's why it's so important to train members of the public about how to use tools and techniques to stop the bleed before it's too late.
So we have to apply enough force on the outside to compress it down and squeeze it.
From the proper way to use a tourniquet to how to pack a wound.
You just want to put your hand over and create pressure. Perfect.
Those are just a few of the life-saving tips educators, administrators, and staff members from the Swedesboro-Woolwich School District received during this Stop the Bleed training. Launched by the Obama administration in 2015, the Stop the Bleed initiative seeks to provide potential bystanders with some of the same knowledge first responders possess, so they can stop uncontrolled severe bleeding, which can kill within minutes, giving medical personnel time to arrive.
It was actually started a while ago through the White House. It was a big initiative, but it's just kind of started to regain some more traction, I guess, through all the new events that occurred, especially with the shooting down in Orlando, the Boston Marathon bombing, etc. A lot of people know how to do CPR. It's not that difficult to do, to apply manual traction.
The training took place on May 26th at the General Charles G. Harker School, with close to 200 participants taking part from all 4 of the district's schools.
Unfortunately, in 2017, things can happen anywhere at any time, and when we're dealing with students and staff and people that we love and we care about, we need to be prepared for all instances, whether it's an accidental cut or where there's a serious situation from an active shooter.
The event kicked off with a lecture, followed by hands-on training provided by 2 emergency medical services outreach and education coordinators from the Cooper University Healthcare System. The EMS Outreach and Education Department has centered its efforts on training members of law enforcement, firefighters, first responders, and school nurses. But now EMS educators are shifting the focus towards schools.
I've been trying to take a new initiative to get out to the school districts and educate the faculty and administrators, because in this day and age, those guys are going to be the first responders. We're not going to be able to get there in time quick enough, especially in an active shooting event at a school, because we're going to be out of the area until the scene's secured by law enforcement.
The tourniquets are actually the most important part of the lecture. They're going over more how to stop the bleed, being able to stop the bleed right away with minimal utensils, minimal things that you need in the actual field.
When would you want to pack the wound?
Well, I mean, if it's a junctional injury, so if it's an injury and somebody's bleeding profusely from one of their 4 junctions, and a tourniquet wouldn't be able to be applied in that situation, that's the only time that you would actually be able to pack a wound there.
One participant says going through the training helped to eliminate some of the myths about what's involved in keeping a person with a serious injury from bleeding out.
We've all seen things on TV where you just grab like a cloth or something like that and tie it off and everything is fine. From the training we learned that the tighter the better with the tourniquet, and even after that you've got to keep the pressure on, whether it's with your hands or something else.
What did you learn about tourniquets?
That they're very difficult to get really tight when you're applying them to yourself, and that they really do hurt.
I also learned a few things, including the fact that it's not easy to pack a wound, at least not in a timely fashion.
Continue to pack.
It's also not that simple to put a tourniquet on another person. So in my case, I'll need a few more lessons. But many of these participants say they already feel more prepared to handle an emergency bleeding situation, whether it's an accidental cut or a bullet wound.
I think with the training we received today that we're well-versed in what to do.
This is Sherry Karabin reporting for Jersey Matters.
All right, thank you, Sherry. When Jersey Matters continues, we talk to a former state police officer who believes the best way to fight the opioid addiction is to allow people to shoot up. We'll explain next.